Ever wonder why people who aren't capable of doing what you do always think they know better? Someone you've never met calling you green? Some chump telling people you aren't ready? Xavier's heard both in spades throughout their up and down season, but a chance to silence the haters tonight with a win against Butler. They already beat the Bulldogs once this season, so Chris Mack and company had the formula. A formula which included a heavy dose of this man, Xavier Christian. The linchpin to the Musketeers' success this year, despite his age, helped keep the Butler Bulldogs to a 1-point lead at the half. 20 points for him the total. But the Bulldogs had an answer this time around. Meet Cameron Woods. He's going to finish off the glass for 2 of his 15 off the bench. He was almost unstoppable. Woods again, triple word score as he slams it home. Butler by 10. But X chipped away and got back into it. Just a one-score game when Travis Taylor goes to the hook. The friendly roll gives us a tied game. 60-58 Butler. Taylor again, but he can't get it to go. So Isaiah Fillmore cleans it up. 60 all, under a minute left to play. But as so often has been the case this year, Xavier just could not close. That would be their last field goal of the regular season as Butler finished the job from the charity stripe. The 67-62 loss means the Musketeers will not have a bye in the A-10 tournament and can do no better than the 7th seed. The Bearcats haven't fared much better recently either. Losers of 6 of their last 8 coming into today. We picked things up in overtime. That's where UC found themselves with their season hanging in the balance against South Florida. Jaquan Parker gets it to go to give him 14 and the Bearcats a lead. Now check out this terrible sequence of basketball. UC does just about everything to make sure they don't score on this series. And I mean everything. Look at it, just flailing around. Eventually it gets over to Parker in the corner. He's wide open. He's going to knock it down, right? Nope. But eventually Titus Rubles finds a way to put the ball out of its misery. It was anything but pretty, that's for sure. They would hold on to the lead for good. A 61-53 win heading into the Big East tourney. As the 9 seed, they'll play 8th-seeded Providence in round 1. Kentucky needed to take care of business as well today, and that's just what they did. Upsetting the 11th-ranked Gators at home, the Wildcats close out what many view as a disappointing season with a 61-57 win. The SEC tournament now awaits them. The Cardinals in no such danger, but they certainly didn't want to be playing 5 extra overtime frames like the last time they met Notre Dame. They made sure of it, winning a share of the Big East title in dominating fashion. And the state title inching closer and closer for Ohio State teams, Dayton the showcase for the district championships. Getting our first look at one of the later matchups, the Withrow Tigers and Colerain Cardinals went toe-to-toe. Kiera Benny for the Cards penetrates the lane but kicks it out to Brian Porter, who calmly knocks down the 3. The Tigers kept things interesting in the first half. Tim Coleman off the glass for 2, 36-32 Colerain at the half. But the Cardinals just kept coming after the break. Beanie again this time. With the floater, he gets the roll. It's good, just how they drew it up. Coleman had the hot hand for Withrow, but it wasn't hot enough as Colerain wins the district championship 75-68. That was the nightcap, but in the first game, it was Centerville and Walnut Hills against one another. The Eagles led 35-32 at the half, but then they got red hot. Isaiah Johnson on the low block, and he powers his way through the defense. He finished with 15 points and 8 boards. And when you establish scoring in the post, it sets up the long ball. Senior Adam Brown drains that triple. He had 11. Walnut Hills was feeling it. Out on the break, Ohio Bobcat commit DJ Winfield with a great find. Hard to stop efficiency like that. The Eagles, too, take the district title, 63-54. In the second matchup of the afternoon, the Lancers of LaSalle taking on Wayne. Check out Big Blake Simpson, all bottled up, but just a great find on the kick out to Eric Southers. He knocks down the open look. But in transition is where the Lancers made their living. Jeremy Larkin goes off the glass. It was a 10-point lead for the LaSalle at the break. And you can see, after the break, they still kept running. The Larkin brothers hooking up for that finish. Wayne cut the lead to 4, but that's as close as they would ever come. Connor Speeds was deadly from long range. His 16 points led the way for yet another district title for LaSalle, 59-40 through the final. The Lancers move on to face Colerain Wednesday night at Cintas. The first of 3 home games to wrap up the regular season title for the Cyclones tonight, welcoming in the Icemen from Evansville to US Bank Arena. Nope, not still pink ice night, in case you were wondering. As you can see, the ice a little pink. Power play for the Cyclones, though. Matt Smythe sneaks one in for a Cincinnati lead. The Icemen respond. Beautiful 2-assist wrist shot to tie things up at 1, but they'd need much more than that, and they wouldn't get it. Cyclones win 5-2. The Reds won 6-5 over the Brewers today, but who cares? Check this out. World Baseball Classic. Canada's Rene Tassoni gets plucked by Mexico's Arnold Leon, and it was on like Donkey Kong. When it was all said and done, 7 players, yes, 7 were ejected. Not sure this is what Bud Selig had in mind when he started this whole thing up. That's going to do it for sports. We're back after this.